She said.
That is exactly what she said. Fist
That's
distance.
what she said.
About time.
Fist distance. And a name. A minute. Out there. Everybody.
Oh. All the bigger music.
Then what do I do? This one. It's just not the one I had loaded up.
I was curious about that.
I wonder where that went.
Is it the one that you played last show?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, shit. You know what though? I can throw that thing up there. We'll add it.
Do a second intro.
We'll do a whole second intro.
Yeah.
First of all, let's introduce our guest.
We have Mr. Gene Loy
Yes,
on the show. Gary, how are you?
Good, man. Pretty
Awesome.
Let's get on these. Let's see if I got these correct tonight. Hey, it's you guys.
Hey, so
All right.
There we are.
That's
Yeah.
right. Gene Loy of GeneZone. How you been?
I've been good, man.
Haven't seen you since last time I saw you.
Yeah, I don't know. That was can't remember. 2020 was a blur. 2021 was still a blur.
It was somewhere in there.
Somewhere in there, yeah.
Yeah, he came over. I had Chuck set up drums and we jammed out, and he came over and jammed one night. It was
Yeah, it was cold.
cold as hell.
It was really cold. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking it was 2021.
May have been. Yeah. Yeah.
Somewhere in there.
Somewhere in there. Yeah.
Yeah. You weren't here. You've been here. You've been to jams here, but you haven't jammed here, have you?
Just one, and I thought that was gonna be a regular thing, and apparently not.
Wow, I filled it full of motorcycles.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you fill up the hole, it.
Area full of
Yeah.
full of bikes. That happens.
Nothing wrong with that, though.
Yeah.
No,
Bikes are good.
sometimes you just do shit. But yeah, so what you been up to since then?
Well, the whole. I was in a band before the pandemic, and then of course the pandemic comes along, kills the whole band thing, right? So, and basically, I had a couple people call me up and said, "Would you come out and play some acoustic? Are you worried about the pandemic?" And I'm like, "No, I've been a musician all my life. I've been in some pretty nasty places."
Yep.
So I basically started doing that. The band was kind of like, well, they weren't doing anything, and I tried to get them involved in the acoustic thing, but they really wasn't acoustic minded. So it was like, so other than that, I just kind of took off and said, okay, we'll start this GeneZone thing again. I think just after everything calmed down, ended up playing Pensacon for the big Pensacon festival out there on the stage. So that's about it. And they're just doing the solo stuff, playing Oyster City and Smitty's and the Getaway and the Hub at Feather Oaks. I mean, there's all these places that everybody plays in Tallahassee. It's kind of a rotation of everybody. I think that maybe I just do stuff that they don't do, though. So hopefully.
It's got to be easier to get the band together when you're the only guy.
It is. Of course, I don't have a drummer anymore, a bass player, or anybody like that. So they're never late.
Yeah.
They're never late. They always show up when I show up.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about.
Yeah, they always help
loading their
unload the
shit in.
equipment.
Yeah.
So it's pretty good.
Good. Well, so you're the singer and guitar player. So who carries all the guitar stuff in? Because singers never load in.
I load in. Yep. I load everything in. I'm not one of the guys who do backing tracks, so I don't do the looper. And then are not normally done on acoustic, and try to make them work. So stuff like I do some Pink Floyd stuff, but not your typical. Everybody does Comfortably Numb.
Yep.
Everybody does Hey You. So I do stuff like Welcome to the Machine, Mother. Now, of course, I do then I do Vera. So I do some of the stuff nobody else does.
Oh yeah. I do not.
No.
What do you mean you do not?
I do what everybody else does.
Oh,
Yeah. No, I'm just kidding. When we were playing covers, we played a lot of like Doobie Brothers and shit like that. You don't hear cover bands play.
No, nobody really does rock.
in a cover band, and I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I would dig it.
It's fun.
Is it?
Yeah, I mean the
Okay.
songs are already written.
Yeah.
You got a little, you can kind of do a little bit of creative stuff, but really you just got to remember that when you're out there playing covers, you're background music to people trying to get laid.
Yeah.
At a bar.
Pretty much, yeah.
So if nobody's paying attention, get your feeling.
Although I'm working, then I'm gonna do a lot of originals. A lot of my originals that I've already written. Those are all first on the list, and then once those are out, I might throw a few covers out there.
Well, that wouldn't be bad.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of bands that, we won't use Metallica, but there's a lot of bands who did covers. I mean, I heard a really cool cover. I can't remember who did it of You Spin Me Right Round, Baby Right Round by Wanted Dead or Alive.
Yeah.
So I thought that was pretty cool. So that's the kind of stuff I like to do. Right? If I take a cover, but then, like I said, nobody listens unless you do something. But if you're a guy like me, looks like me, beard and everything, and you get up there and you do Rihanna
Yeah.
by Fleetwood Mac,
Then you have
they
their
usually
attention.
get somebody kind of like
Absolutely. What the hell just happened? Yes.
Or I do a song by the Motels called "Only the Lonely." You know?
Okay.
So you do that, and people would kind of like double take. It's like, whoa, wait a minute.
Right.
So
Very unexpected.
and that's what I try to do. I try to do unexpected. So I go from like, Chris Stapleton and more of that country honky type thing to something a lot higher.
Yeah.
Like that song, or like Jolene by Dolly Parton. Nobody expects the guy to do Jolene.
No, absolutely.
And I do it at regular person, so I don't change it. I know a lot of guys, if they do a chick song, they'll change it. I think I was doing what was it? I was doing a Blondie song, and it was like, I'm not the kind of girl, and I just left it as kind of girl. It's like, so.
There was a country performer. I don't remember his name. He's not important to me at all. He did a cover.
That's one way to say it.
Yeah,
He did a thing, but fuck that guy.
yeah, fuck him. Anywho, he did a cover of the Tracy Chapman song.
Give me one reason.
Fast Car. Thank you.
Oh wow.
Thank you. They did a cover of Fast Car, and there is a part of the song where Tracy says she. Do you know what I'm talking about? Yeah, she says she, and this is a male performer singing it, and he left that part in.
Well, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Instead of changing it.
Something about being a checkout girl. And
Being a checkout girl. That's exactly it. And the song is whenever it's forward or whenever it's about yourself. Tracy Chapman, I guess first person perspective, I suppose,
yeah.
is the point of view the song is written in. The point that I'm getting at is the country artist is a male singing a first person perspective song and left that part check out girl
Oh, that's
in the
cool.
song.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's awesome. I think we should be comfortable with our sexuality. I guess
Yes, I am.
I am too.
Yeah.
You know.
Why not? Sure. Enough of that.
If I would have been who I am back in the '80s when I played in the '80s, with the beard and everything, I would have just joked and said I was the bearded woman.
Sure.
Because we wore makeup and everything back then. We all had no idea.
I tried going that route. And, I'm not a very pretty woman at all. Yeah, no,
Barely a pretty man.
I know, right? Yeah, see that tracks. So yeah,
Cool.
So we can expect I'm Just a Girl by No Doubt tonight.
No, probably not. But I have been working on a Taylor Swift song.
Yeah?
I wear short skirts, or I wear T-shirts, you wear short skirts. I haven't got it all figured out yet, but yeah, so I thought about doing one of those,
One margarita, I'm spreading my cheeks or whatever it was. What was it? What's that song?
nope, got me.
It's a TikTok thing.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, I don't know. I'm on TikTok, but I have no idea.
I try and steer clear of the TikToks,
Chinese spyware?
the Tiki Talkies.
I don't blame you.
Oh, well.
I mean, I have it, but I don't pay that much attention to it,
Yeah.
with the exception of a few content creators. But I mean, very few.
Yeah. That's
He does a lot of the food. He does like food shit,
Oh.
and the guy. I don't want to say that he looks like me, but like he kind of looks like me. It's like I wish he lives in like fucking Canada or some shit.
Oh,
like,
okay.
It's like I wish he was here because like I want to know this guy. I want to
Right.
I
right.
want to guy. Otherwise, yes, TikTok.
Miss? Oh,
No.
it's too bad. I was gonna say, the more you look like him, maybe you could sneak into restaurants and be like, "Hey, I'm here for my review."
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
he's
yeah, that'd
nobody.
be cool.
This guy,
Yeah.
40 billion followers.
He has followers, but I mean he's not famous at all. You know,
Yeah, 'cause he's not.
I can't even think of his name right now.
He's not a half-naked chick dancing around in his underwear.
No.
Yeah, see, that's how he gets followers.
See, and that's the thing. I don't. That's one thing I don't understand about that kind of thing. You know, why do you go on TikTok to watch these chicks? You know, whatever. Porn is free now.
I don't know. In 4K.
Yeah, in high definition. Right, exactly.
I don't know.
I don't know. I watch Steve Stein. He's like this guitar teacher guy. So that's who I see on TikTok.
Okay.
You know. And he'll break down some of these little songs and stuff. You know, so it's like, oh, okay, that's pretty cool. That's about, you know. And of course I'm on TikTok so that I can get stuff out to people.
You're trying to be with the times.
Yeah, this whole multimedia social stuff is. I mean, you pretty much eventually. I mean, it's like whenever I have a gig, I'm like, okay, send to this group, 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 this group. You know, you just go down this whole line. It's like, man, how much time it takes to do that? Because you know, if they share, and that's the thing. I mean, if I was about these, like, no matter several times on this, like, listen, share everybody's events. Even if you don't like them, even if it's not your style of music, man, being a musician is a hard job. I mean, it really is. Everybody thinks it's great and glamorous, but I mean, you know, if you're trying to book yourself, you're trying to catch people on, I mean, you got to try to catch them on email, catch them on Facebook Messenger, catch them on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter,
right?
You know, phone calling, and then try to get a person. You know, it's never ending. You know, the gig is kind of like the payoff. It's like baking a cake, and you spend all this time finding all the ingredients. But then when you get to do the gig, that's the payoff. That's when you get to have the cake. But generally, it's like a lot of calling.
If you had one avenue, one promotional avenue, which one would it be? Facebook only, phone only?
Well, I think if you get people to do their fair share of Facebook, because, you know, if you got 300 people, I mean, right now I only have like 136, 38 followers, but if all 138 followers shared to all their friends and family, that could be thousands and thousands and thousands of people. So I guess as a promotion aspect, it would be Facebook. But as far as a contact, I would really prefer talking on the phone or meeting in person, because when you're doing all this other stuff, you're trying to sell people on watching your videos on YouTube. 90 times out of 10, those videos on YouTube are not very good. They were recorded by a phone. There's a lot of background noise. So it's not like a really good promotional video. It's like, oh, go watch this video. And then, like me, since I play with different bands and stuff like that, it's hard to find a solo thing. You know, it's just, you know, to get that out there. So, you know, unless you have some money, and obviously spending a lot of money in Tallahassee is not going to get you very far. And at my age, I'm not really looking at hitting the road.
You kind of hinted on something that I have been somewhat dealing with ourselves, is pushing. I hate to use that term, pushing, but for lack of better terms, you know, pushing our stuff out there, getting the name out there, getting it seen, you know, getting the views, etc. And I feel like I'm hitting a wall. What else can we do to get the name out? There is one avenue that I haven't really touched on yet, and that's Reddit. That Reddit is huge. But yeah, getting your name out there is very, very for here. See,
Oh,
earlier, there's 400. We're not fucking Tampa or Miami or whatever. Even getting your name here is difficult.
It's difficult.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we still have a bunch of bands that like never even heard of.
Yeah. So also thinking, what can we do to get people in on the show? And somebody brought up the idea of just putting it out there on Facebook and be in the different groups and see what happens. And then holy shit, we are booked until the end of October.
Yeah.
Now I believe.
But I mean, that's the only reason I know of you guys. And then I saw the Clowns guys.
Yeah.
But see, now what I did today is I shared it with Mills and Microphone. So I started sharing it with different groups.
Outstanding.
So that's the other thing you have to do. Share it with, Tallahassee Lives or the Bannerman group.
Yep.
So you have to start sharing it with all those people. And also, since you're having, I don't know who else is guests, but I assume that you guys are, because I'm definitely not like some of the guests you guys had before. More of the metal groups of the
Sure.
And I think that's a good way, and it's a good thing for the groups too.
Yeah.
Unless you're like one of the a few groups in town that are super busy and you don't need that. And I don't know. I really don't even know if being super busy makes a difference. I mean, my goodness, in September I had. I'm not through in September. 7 gigs.
Yeah.
So having 7 gigs as a solo artist in Tallahassee is a pretty good jump, especially
That's awesome.
being even though I've been here for 40 years, kind of a no name.
Sure.
And don't have anybody, and that's the other thing that you guys need is, and I'll be one of those, somebody who advocates for you.
Yeah.
That puts us like, oh, you want to listen to a good music podcast? Listen to these guys.
We definitely do have a few advocates.
And so I don't have any people like that. Somebody says, oh, do you know a good solo artist? They're going to mention somebody else before they mention me.
Yeah.
Even though they know me, so that's what you need. You need some advocates who really dig what you guys are doing, and then get people that will do it. Like I said, I shared today, and try to get it out there. And the other thing is it's just and are you guys on YouTube?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay, so that's also a good platform. That's where everybody
Yes.
can catch up again.
Yep.
And that works as well. And then obviously once this is all recorded, I'll grab a piece of it and put it on my YouTube.
Yes.
And if you can get all the groups to do that too. And I know one group called Rain of Fire. They basically put an ad there saying, listen, if you follow us on YouTube, we'll follow you on YouTube.
No shit.
No kidding. So I said, well, okay, let's just see if they're men of the words. Followed. Next thing I know, you have a new follower on YouTube.
That's awesome.
So, and they obviously we're much different music.
Yeah.
But
that's okay.
I think that we as musicians we got to get out of this. Well, there's a cliquish thing going on, but we got to get out of this competition thing. I think I've only been in one battle of bands in my life. I really not much into those things because it's just because everything's perspective. So my voice may be appealing to some people, but it may be appalling to others. I mean, I know this one individual that a good singer, but to me, I couldn't stand to listen to it in a second. So that's why there's so much stuff.
I want to change the subject a little bit.
Okay.
I was told by Dick to ask you about how you guys met.
How we met.
And after we discussed Dick, we have one more.
Okay. Well, it's funny that I kind of knew Dick when he played with Core, but really didn't meet him. And so I was at Spookalla in Ocala.
Okay.
And that's where I met him. I believe that's where the first time I met him.
Damn.
Met him, and they had a booth there for the Q. So I met him there, and we ended up talking. And we found out we know this guy and that guy and this guy and that guy, and before you know it, it just kind of like, oh, okay. And they were like, oh yeah, you should follow the Q. I said, cool. And it's another one of those things. It's like, well, hey, what's your Facebook? And he said, oh, what's your thing you're doing? And it's like immediately, we're sharing.
Absolutely.
The horror community, the horror community is a great community of people, man. I go to all these horror conventions, and I think Tony Todd got my autograph because I told him what he says. What do you do? I said, well, I'm a musician. He said, man, you don't need my. I need yours. So, and I think the other year I played somewhere, and one of the girls from the original Halloween was like, "Can I get a photograph with you?" So that's pretty cool to know, especially when you don't. And that's what I'd say to most groups. Never think that you are nobody, because you're somebody to somebody.
Yep.
I mean, I'm doing the first year I played there. I'm playing. There's some young guy at the edge of saying like, "Oh, I love you. I'm your biggest fan." I figure, somebody just pull him a chain. He's like, "Oh, can you do this song? Can you do that song?" We're like, "Geez, literally, this guy's listening to my music." And then the sound guy's like, "Well, he'll be done to me. He'll come down and talk to you." And this guy, "Oh no, there's no way I can meet him."
Yeah.
And the guy runs off and get off there. And you don't. You really just don't think that you're making any impact, any waves. You seem like you're just kind of treading along there. But, in the long run, you're probably doing more than you think.
I had a similar thing come up recently. I went to a show at the Rose Room, and there was this performer there, and Jesus Christ, her voice. I mean, just the most wonderful, very airy, breathy tone to her voice, and the music she was doing just blew me away. I was immediately impressed, and I didn't want to be in the middle of her set. Hey, where can I find you? What's if you want to do that in the set, right? And so I was over that world. Hey, where can I find her stuff? What's her name? Is she on Facebook? What is it? And they're like, oh well, she'll talk to you after the show. I was like, oh no, I'm not trying to do that. They're like, no, it's cool. And damn sure enough, I didn't fucking ask them to go to her, but damn sure enough, like the moment she got off stage, like she came over to us.
Oh, that's cool.
And we had a very nice conversation with her. I think she's a Florida State student, if I recall. And I wish I could remember her name. I almost said it. Shannon, do you remember her name? Yeah, we can't think of her name. Yeah.
Amber?
I'm going to remember it before the show ends because I want to plug her name.
Get her on the show.
Right. Yeah. Right.
On the show.
That was kind of my aim whenever I was talking to her.
Yeah.
But again, just a great performer. I was blown away. You missed a good show, buddy.
I believe I did.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that's when you got a busy life. That shit happens.
Yep.
Well, that's what happens when you're a musician. So it's like, oh, would you go see the band when I get a break?
Yeah.
But actually, I did a gig at the Rose Room.
Okay.
With a drummer that didn't practice and a bass player. And it was just one of those nights they had the big get down, throw down thing in Tallahassee. So nobody showed up. It was just around that time they were getting a lot of flack, a lot of bad stuff was happening. I think they had a band the following week that they actually escorted out of the building. This is when they were in that little small building. But the cool thing about the gig is like, we're doing Loverboy, Turn Me Loose, stuff like that, and we're like playing the room is. The little area we're playing in is probably no bigger than this room.
Yeah, it was
and
small.
we're like melting faces, man. It's like really good, because I got the thing turned on. It's just really awesome. But but it'd be cool. Yeah, get her on. It'd be awesome.
Yeah, their the Rose Room, their new venue is much larger, much more wide open. They do a lot of different stuff.
I know
they have a lot of different events at the Rose Room, and my hats are off to them. I mean, they're not only are they a music venue, but they're also a restaurant as well. And we had a very nice dinner.
Yeah, I follow them on Facebook.
Yeah.
So
And the Dick you mentioned before was Ash and Dick of
Yes.
Cue the Muses. Shout out Cue the Muses.
Yes.
The Muses, yes.
Yeah.
Yep. Because I met Ash there too. But.
Dick also asked me to ask you about how you met Jason Cupp.
Oh boy, yeah, that was fun. Well, Jason, like I said, I knew a core back in the day because a friend of mine, can't remember his name. He had a band called Stereotype.
I remember that name. Okay.
Jeff Shields?
Jeff Shields. Okay, so this goes way back. So when Jeff was a little boy, We had this Christian rock band thing with some other people, not the one that was really heavy. This was more. We had a keyboard player, sax player, it was more bluesy-ish. It's before I stepped off the deep end. And so Jeff was playing drums. I knew his mom. His mom was actually in a video with me that I did singing Country Roads. So I met, so Jeff was a little kid, him and his sister, they were, little kids. So I remember the one funny thing about Jeff, and it's like, he had a birthday party. And of course, everybody that's obviously younger than you, you're always Mr. Gene.
Yep.
So it's like, Mr. Gene, can you come over and play some heavy metal at my birthday party? So I dragged this half stack over there, and I'm doing this, and all this Eddie Van Halen stuff and everything else like that. And, didn't think nothing of it, It's just, I knew his mom, and we were friends. And, we went to the same church for a little while and all that kind of stuff like that. And the next thing I know, I see Jeff at the grand opening of Guitar Center. So, and then the stereo side thing started happening. I remember Jeff's early stuff when he was starting to play acoustic. His mom would let me listen to it on the cassette in our car. And so, he just like skyrocketed. And then obviously was the lead singer for Blackfoot for a while, So if there's any claim to fame, I know Jeff Shields. Which doesn't mean jack crap in the spectrum.
So what?
So where Jason, where Jason comes into this is about that time there. I knew about Jason and everything. So I had this friend of mine. I went and did this audition for this country band, 90s country band, doing not 90s, but the new country stuff. Jason AD or AD, whatever his name. And so I go out and do this thing. He said, this guy, he's like, hey, come on out and I love your guitar player. And I went and did an audition. The audition went bad because the lead singer was drunk. So I said, okay, so he got this thing together. So I show up, and Jason is the lead vocalist in a country band called Whiskey Ben.
Okay.
So that's how I met Jason.
Awesome.
Was at this thing here. And of course, it didn't go anywhere. We had a gig line. Couldn't find a guitar player. Couldn't keep a bass player. The funny thing is the bass player I got now was the bass player that was in that.
Ah.
And so it just was all mixed up. Ended up having a few gigs out in Havana. And Jason had a baby on the way. Building a new house, had a baby. And that's pretty much it. I run into him every once in a while at Publix, doing his glass thing,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, damn, you met me by showing up at a gig. You met Jason Cup by showing up at a gig.
Yeah. Yeah.
Doing stuff.
That's
this
the
guy's
way,
everywhere.
That's been the way to meet people, going out to gigs.
Yeah, or going out to auditions,
Yeah.
The bad thing is, I would say 90% of the auditions are usually you learn the stuff and you get ready to go there, and then things changes. Like the vocalist is late, the vocalist don't have his guitar, or the keyboard player didn't show up. So learn these Pink Floyd songs. Okay, which part? Because there's all layered guitar. So you get there, it's like, well, we can't do this song because we don't have the keyboard player. So you show up at an audition.
Sure you can.
Well, so you show up at the audition and you're not prepared to carry the song so that it can be sung, because obviously you didn't kind of rework it so you could do it.
Yeah.
I got a horror story about recording like that. I got thrown a couple songs. Be like, hey, learn these songs, come out and play bass on them.
Oh yeah.
You remember me talking about
Yes.
that? Yeah. And I showed up and they're like, all right, we're gonna play this song 1, 2, 3, and I'm like, I don't know that one. That's not one of the songs that I got. And they're like, well, what song do you know? And I mentioned the name of the song. I said, okay, well, let's play that one. 1, 2, 3, go. And I'm like, you guys are now playing it differently than it was last time.
Oh my God.
They're like, well, I'm just gonna grab my shit and go.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty much how it works. That's just, like with the band Freewheeling. I played with the Freewheeling pre-pandemic. They're kind of old country and dance music, really good dance band, really good group. And the first night I show up, it's like, get there. They got a new keyboard player, new guitar player. I'm the new guitar player, but they came out and saw me do a thing. But as soon as I get the keyboard and the bass player, or the guitar player did, was frustrated, and the bass player quits. So we're like hunting for a bass player again, and I'm like, listen, and so the bass player thought it was like, this was like rehearsal. I'm like, ooh, I just learned these 4 songs for an audition, you're wanting to do, all these other songs. Like, yeah,
This
this is an audition, dude.
Yep.
So it's kind of weird.
the only weird audition that I ever had. The bass player. The audition process went over the course of 2 or 3 jams, and I quickly realized that the bass player was only interested in covering Spine Shank songs. And again, covers, in my opinion, have their time and place. I don't want to play covers. I want to play my own shit.
Covers are for encores. When you're in an original band,
Yeah.
just do an encore cover. Don't need to be an actual thing. Why are you guys shitting on bass players tonight? What's going on here?
I'm not, man, because I got the bass player.
I have. Oh, you're a bass player.
Well, of course, he's an awesome
Jerk.
bass player too. I had a great
Forgot
time
that
jamming
part.
with you. Problem I had that one was the guitar player showed up late and wasn't prepared.
You were the guitar player, Gene.
No, there was this lead singer who also played rhythm guitar.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So that was also our first jam.
I know, right? But
coming
yeah,
off of a 10-year retirement.
yeah, retirement. So but no, the bass player in that one was really good. And then it was really cold though, so the cold was
Freezing.
I love bass players. Actually, one of my favorite bass players. Unfortunately, he's no longer in the Tallahassee area. Darwin Gilmore.
Oh, yeah.
Oh man, he always used distortion on his bass.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
And like it was, he used there's a lot of distortion, and then he fucking.
That's cool. That's very cool.
Old Darwin. We got a few chats.
Oh, okay.
We got to get to those. Scroll way back up here.
They say, this Gene dude is lame.
Yeah. Samantha says, "What up, M Peoples?"
That was a joke, right?
Oh, I don't know. I'm just joking. Yeah, it's a joke.
I thought somebody in the chat had said that.
No.
I was getting upset there for a second.
It says mics are weird tonight, producer lady. Hopefully we sound all right out there.
Called out, producer.
She said thumbs up.
Okay,
She said
cool.
welcome. And then we got some questions. We'll pass over those real quick. Dawn. What up, Dawn?
Dawn.
Dawn says LMAO exclamation point. And then she says, so did I. I know Lori Beth. And Stereoside was pretty awesome back in the day.
Yes.
They were.
They were.
Mason, speaking of distortion, I've been meaning to get up with him. Shout out Thunder the Snake. He says, I was a summer camp counselor for Jeff Shields when he was young. Way back in the day.
Damn.
Way back in the day, yeah.
Camp counselor. Oh, Counselor Mason. Don says, Rob, my Rob grew up with Jason Cupp way back in the day.
No. Nope. Oh, her Rob.
Her
Oh,
Rob,
okay.
yeah, not
right,
you.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mason said, y'all stop shitting on bass players. That's right. What's up? Then Don said, I've always had a thing for bass players. Hey, what's up? Hey, Don. Hey.
Hey.
And lead singers, well, musicians. All right, see, now I don't feel so special. God damn.
So what if you're the guitar player, the rhythm guitar, the lead guitar player, and the lead singer?
And the lead
And the
singer.
drummers. And the drummer. You're all of it. All right.
Yeah.
She says, hey, wink, wink. All right, quick question from Samantha. She fired like 5 out. If you could meet any author, who would it be and why?
Well, I have to say, it's terrible being so old and have so many stories. I went to Spooky Empire a few years ago, pre-pandemic. And so I go to Clive Barker's room. Clive Barker's in there, and I'm looking at all this little art stuff and everything. Obviously, Clive Barker's the guy who did Hellraiser, for those who don't know. And so I'm going in there and asking about this stuff, and he says, of course, was really old then. Still old, I guess.
Yeah.
And
Older now.
Older.
Yeah.
So he tells one of his handlers, going like, and of course the guy's British, says, go grab him a chair. And so I sat down and talked with Clive Barker about his life, about his books, everything for 2 hours.
That's awesome.
damn.
So I would say Stephen King, but the chances of meeting Stephen King are probably sketchy.
Yeah.
But to sit down with Clive Barker for 2 hours, talk about his childhood and growing up in England, that was one of those moments.
Yeah, he's known for Hellraiser, but The Great and Secret Show
Yeah.
and Weaveworld are two fucking killer horror novels.
Oh
from,
man, incredible.
Yeah,
Incredible.
Some weird shit. Well, Hellraiser.
Yeah.
Some weird shit
Yeah.
going on.
Well, it's just
That-
his growing
that-
up.
that-
his
that
kid-
tracks.
His growing up, his kid and everything, being in England and being the proper, obviously we know he's not. He grew up in proper England.
Yeah.
So, and back in that day was,
Yeah.
pretty tough.
Yep. Absolutely.
But yeah, that was pretty cool.
All right. She says, "What problem do you want to solve? World, country, city, setting, your alarm clock, whatever. What problem do you want to solve?"
Wow. God, I hate to sound so cliche. I really do.
World hunger.
No, it wouldn't be world hunger. I think the one problem, the world-wise, is if everybody would just quit getting offended. Man, just let it live. Just be cool with one another. I mean, that's my deal. And just quit being offended. Somebody's going to do something that's going to offend you, no matter how it is. So if you look to be offended, you're going to be offended.
You got to laugh it off.
Yeah, you got to try not to be offended. I mean, my goodness, I'm a musician. I've been turned down more than Howard Johnson bed sheets. You know what I'm saying? So, and I'm not as heavy as I was. I was 300 something pounds at one time. So, you had to be a musician if you're going to get lucky, because you would get it the other way.
Yeah.
So, I would just
I
say
like
people
that.
to quit being offended and the
Fucking
world,
laugh it off.
and just
agree.
let people live.
Comedy. Just jokes, people. Just jokes. Rob, you want to read one?
Sure.
All right, hold on. Let me spin the camera around.
Well, I guess I have to look this way. don't I?
Yep.
Oh, there you go.
What is something that you accomplished in the past that you're proud of?
Wow. Like I said, I would say probably one of the coolest moments. I've opened up for big groups, not so big groups. I've solo opened up for big groups, not so big groups. I've done all kinds of music, but I think the biggest thing is I was asked to come play Guatemala. So in the town, you play all these little clubs, and all the clubs is you play one club, you go to another club, you go to another club. They have music all night long. But I think the biggest thing is I was asked to go to the village, one of the little villages, and so I had this crappy acoustic guitar that had action probably this high off the neck, right?
Yeah. We've all played with one of those.
And not speaking Spanish, of course, or even the Guatemala also has a Mayan tongue. And so I get there, it's there in this little block house that used to be a mud hut,
Yep.
but somebody went in and built them a block house. And so I'm sitting there playing, and so these kids are all there, so I'm singing all these songs to the kids. And these kids are loving it. I mean, they're all crowded up on me. I think even on I used one of the pictures in one of my Facebook songs, doing one of my Facebook songs. So all these crowds, it's all crowded around me. And, and so I'm thinking, I have all these kids here, and they're thinking, oh, that's cool. And I'm like, they would not let me quit playing. I mean, I literally played and sung for like 5 hours.
Damn.
And then all of a sudden, I'm sitting there playing, I got these 10, 20, 15 kids around. It's no big deal. All of a sudden, coming down the road, like a gang of marauding, a herd of these kids, almost 50 or 60 kids, just got out of school, and they're all coming down there. And so I got kids between my legs, underneath me, looking underneath the fingerboard and everything. And at the end of the day, it was like, they go, Tony Banderas, you'd like Tony Banderas. And I'm thinking, wow, boy, these kids need glasses. But I made these kids, I actually spent time with these kids, so I got to do something that was pretty awesome, to give these kids something, because, nobody wants to spend, especially in the third world country, they don't spend kids, because, they don't smell good, I don't know, I don't really mind, but I'm just saying, I think that was probably one of my proudest moments, playing for all those children.
That's cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's a good one. There's another one. Samantha asked, what's something about yourself or your life that might surprise others to learn? I mean, that was surprising to me.
Yeah.
I had no idea you went down there and did that. That's pretty
Oh
cool.
yeah. What would be surprising? I think the one thing that would probably surprise people. Okay, I play at a church. I play every Sunday. Been there 18 years. Playing at a church in Havana. Got a bachelor's degree in theology. But I think what surprised most people is they would expect to be at my age. Would expect me to be into. I don't know. I mean, I'm not really sure. But then.
You're wearing a ginger shirt.
Ginger shirt. So I
Yes.
think that would surprise a lot of people. Listen to, and I start naming off the diverse groups, stuff like Steam Powered Giraffe, Butcher Babies, Ginger, In the Moment, Nightwish. There's another band I really like, but I don't know if we can say the word. So.
Sure. You can say fuck.
Well, no. The name of it's an all-female Thunder.
Yes.
Awesome band.
Yep.
Awesome band. So I think they'd be surprised that I would listen to all that stuff because I don't play any of it. I do Beyond the Black song actually. So
Wasn't there, and I'm not really familiar with these bands, so I may be confusing things. Wasn't there an Alabama Thunder Pussy?
There is.
Are these two different bands?
I am not sure, but I don't think so.
Okay.
no, I think they're the same.
Okay.
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 Yeah.
It might be one of those green jelly, green jello type things.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, I think the problem is they had a problem with the copywriting of the name because they were saying the name was offensive,
Yeah.
and they were like, "Well, we're chicks. It'd be offensive if it was a dude band, maybe.
Yeah.
But we're all girls, So yeah, I think they had to say like this Alabama, and then eventually
Yeah.
because I think they were in Alabama. I think that's where they why it was so offensive because they were in Alabama.
Right.
So I think maybe that was kind of part of it. Not real sure.
See, maybe them ladies should have called it Thunder Sandwiches. then everybody would be all right. See what I did to everybody?
Yeah, but you got to think that what's more catchy? Oh, we're Thunder Sandwiches.
Hey, I like both. Sandwiches are good.
My girlfriend makes the best goddamn sandwiches.
So I can't eat any grains or gluten.
She makes some great damn sandwiches.
You make a mean sandwich?
Bruh.
I did
Bro.
pub subs today. You talking about mean? Dude, I could fucking do
Oh,
pub sub
yeah.
every day. Every day. She makes killer sandwiches. Now I'm hungry.
What do you want?
You know what we need to hear is a little bit of GeneZone.
Yeah.
And then I want to ask you about that name. How you came up with that name.
Okay,
You want to do
yeah.
that first?
Well, whichever you want to do.
Let's hear the name first.
Okay, the name thing. The name thing kind of came from Jeff Shields' mom.
Okay.
Mama J.
Yeah.
As she's known.
Kim. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so Kim was going to church, and we were kind of talking about church stuff. So we were talking about, God's on this, God's, so I'm God's God's own, he's type thing. So she said so she kind of put this gene.
It sounded like.
Said, well, genes.
Ah.
The only reason I came up with the names is, I see all these other guys running around town, and they all use their name. And so my deal was I just knew that somewhere down the road I'm going to pick up somebody else is going to play with us. And I know a lot of people do it, but it kind of sucks to be like the drummer or the whatever guy, and you're like, oh, I'm part of the Gene Loy band.
Yeah.
Or the Mike whatever band or this band. So I said, so I took that and I'm like, GeneZone. So it's kind of like welcome to my zone. Definitely wouldn't do welcome to my head because you'd get scared in there. But so I just thought, come into my zone. And that's the way I look at it because when I play my music, I try to accomplish people and understand that I'm playing music. Obviously, I'm getting paid. Okay, that's what I do for a living. But I have an opportunity to brighten somebody's day that day. Do something they hadn't heard from the past, or a song they hadn't heard in a long time, or do a song they're like, well, I've never heard somebody do it on acoustic. I never heard it done that way. So that was the other reason for the zone, kind of bring it into my little area.
Oh yeah.
Cool.
Should do Welcome to the Jungle, but rename it Welcome to the GeneZone.
Yeah,
You got names, baby.
yeah.
Which one do you think? We'll let the guest pick. Battle Within or Mindful Sorrow?
I like Mindful Sorrow.
All right, so we got 4 minutes and 7 seconds.
You
You'll
can cut
enjoy
it down some,
We
though.
we will see you in a bit.
Wish I was bad on an island with my fears far away. Wish I could fly to the mountain, leave my pain far below. Wish I could hide my sorrows, hide my pain, hide my shame. All by myself with my lonesome, with my pain far behind. Looking up, looking low, looking back. Looking high, looking low, looking back. Wish I could find some peace here from myself, from my pain. Wish I could lie on an island in the sand, in the rain. Wish I was a man of promise, a man of strength, knows no shame. I wish I could climb the skyline, find my peace in the rain. Looking high, looking low, looking back. Looking high, looking low, looking back.
Air horn.
Air horn.
Applause. Yes. Overhead cam. That's how we do it.
There we go.
We do.
Yeah, there we go.
Nice work, man.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Which one? Oh, Goth Queen?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, there's a goth queen in Tallahassee.
Yeah, I did not. Did you know this? I did not know this. This is new.
Yeah.
Not really my scene.
She goes to her mailbox dressed like this. Imagine the
All right.
neighbors. I live out in the country, so I can pee off the front porch. So
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't you miss that?
You miss peeing off your porch? Well, you still can. You got a balcony on your apartment?
No.
The HVAC system.
No.
That's right. Do it New Orleans style, baby.
yeah, that's funny because I played New Orleans too. I played during Mardi Gras times.
Yeah.
Mardi Gras, Fest,
Right.
Fest in Key West.
Oh, yeah.
It's pretty cool. That's when they had it in October, so it was kind of like Gay Pride and Halloween
All at the same time.
all at the same time.
That's really good. A lot of naked airbrush.
Yeah. A lot of painted people.
I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that.
I don't know. I'm friends with
Painted people?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Why
it's-
not?
Yeah, it's up to you. If that's what you want to do. I mean, it's all cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think there's a horror movie called Killjoy. That the one actress is painted the whole time in the movie, in the whole movie.
It's about a clown, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Killjoy is a clown, and she's a what do they call them? Succubus.
Hmm.
Yeah. So yeah, it's pretty cool. But yeah, so
I promise you there is a reason why I have my phone out.
okay.
You care to share with the class?
Yes.
Yes.
All right, let me flip over to you.
So the problem is that we do not have very good cell phone reception out here because we're about 15 minutes from Havana.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're out in the woods.
9 miles from North Publix.
Yeah.
That's how we do that.
There is a show that is coming up, and I'm hoping to get the details of the show because I'm an asshole and I don't remember things off the top of my head.
Now, is this a con that's coming to Tallahassee? We're going to have a Tallahassee con in November.
No. It's a show at Legacy.
Oh,
All
okay.
right. So, all right, guys, I'm going off memory, right off the top of my head, but there is.
December 9th show?
Yes. Oh, is it December 9th? Thank you to our producer, Tam. Thank you very much. December 9th at the Legacy. Oh, snap. Where is it? He just sent us a message. Where is it? Fuck. Who's an asshole? Rob's an asshole.
I saw something about they're gonna have a bunch. They're gonna have a bunch of bands. It's gonna be like a Christmas.
Yes,
thing.
that is
Yeah,
what I'm getting after. So
12-something bands that I know of.
Yeah.
there are a bunch of bands. There is also for a charitable cause.
Yeah.
I believe the name of the charity is Pact.
Yes.
If I'm not mistaken, guys, I'm so sorry. I thought I had this going in before the show, but apparently I was not prepared. Anyhow, Legacy, Warrior on the River. Go check it out. I'm sure it's on their Facebook page. Please, please, please go check it out. It's for a good cause. It is it's being billed as a Christmas show. We're thinking December 9th. So everybody, please go check that out. I just can't say enough about all of those guys, and I mean Chris and Alicia, Shane and Andrew, and everything that they're doing. And I mean all this very, very sincerely. I can't say enough good things about all of those guys. So everybody, please go check that out. Fact check me on the date. Go check it out. It's there, I'm sure. And please go to the show. Pay the door tab. Pay it.
And those bands need to get a hold of us. In fact, you know what? We need to,
I will be. Yes, I'll be working on that.
we need to do a giveaway. I'm going to buy some tickets.
You
and
want to buy
give
some
them away.
tickets?
Yeah.
Okay.
That'd be cool. Yeah.
I like that. Yeah. Come up with a hashtag and spin a wheel or something during shows.
December 9th.
It is December 9th. Thank you. Apparently, somebody else's cell phone service is better than mine.
Yeah.
Yeah,
think-
I saw something about it the other day, actually.
Did I see Defy the Tyrant got on that?
I think I saw Defy the Tyrant. I think I remember seeing Trial by Stone.
Oh, cool.
And I know there are several other bands. Again, my cell phone service is not working. I can't tell you who all is on the show. Go check it out on Facebook and all the social platforms. It's all there. December 9th, Legacy, Warrior at the River. It is for a good cause. Be sure to check out PACT. PACT, thank you. Check out what they're about. And please go to the show. I'll be there. I will be there, and I'll definitely be paying the door tab myself.
Don's in.
Unless Jeremy pays it for me.
You can win free tickets, baby. Put your name in.
Hey, can I win
Yeah.
the tickets?
Don says, I'm always down for free ticks. I might give her free tickets anyways because she also says, I live in Indian Head and still pee in my front yard. That's what's up. Hell yeah.
Yes, sir.
So to answer your question about the balcony, we had a choice between either a den area or balcony. Chose the den, and that's our room.
Let me.
Yeah. Who the hell is going to? We're not going to use a balcony. You know, we're going to do sit out there, you know, in an apartment complex on our little porch area. No.
Watch the sunrise when it comes up in the morning. That's what it's for. That's what nature's for, babe.
I see
Unless
it.
you're a smoker.
No.
Sit outside and smoke
Yeah,
cigarettes.
that's what you got the thing out there.
I'm going to hit out the iceberg. You want it here?
Hey, let's do that.
Grab one out.
Oh, grab one.
There you go. Just grab one.
I'm gonna grab this one right here.
All right, we got a question for Gene.
Okay.
I think we might know this one. Maybe. Hold on. This is me right here. What was the last foreign country you visited?
Guatemala.
There you go. That is correct.
Yeah.
All right, Rob, your turn.
What's the last foreign country you visited?
Me?
Yeah, you were in the Army, weren't you?
That's classified.
Is it really?
Yeah.
No shit. Okay. I shall ask no further questions, Your Honor. Am I grabbing another one?
Yep.
Oh,
Go
okay.
for it.
Oh, he
Read
don't
one.
have to answer it?
Read one.
What was the last foreign country you were in, dude?
New Jersey.
That is. I used to live in New Jersey. That is definitely a foreign country. That is a foreign country for sure.
Fun fact about Rob, I've only been out of the South twice. Went to Ohio to see my dying great-grandmother, and then a few months later to bury her in New Jersey.
Oh wow.
Yep, and that's the extent of my travels. Jeremy, would you rather be too hot or too cold?
Too hot.
Too hot?
Yeah.
Too hot or too cold?
I don't like the cold, so I'd rather be too hot.
Okay. It's kind of weird. Most of my life, I would much prefer to be cold, but here recently, I've been getting cold fucking easy, and it makes me quite miserable. I've gotten where it give me the heat. For some reason, I'd much rather deal with the heat, but I am looking forward to some cooler weather here right now.
yeah,
Actually,
for sure.
coming
today
up.
today was beautiful. I
It
woke
was a
up
beautiful day.
feeling like hammered shit, but that was don't worry, guys. It's
Yeah.
not like a contagious thing.
Yeah.
It was just like a headache between my eyeballs. Felt like they were gonna pop out.
Damn, bro.
Yep. It was a mess.
Did you have an earache in your eye?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, it was terrible. But I lived. I lived through it.
Cool. Gene, your turn, sir.
Okay, let's see here.
And you can pick your poison if you want to read the question and answer it yourself. Ask one of us, or we can do a round table, whichever you prefer.
Okay, what have you bought that you love so much that you would happily buy it again? Either one of you.
Quiet you.
What is it? Battery powered?
No, I'll explain. Go ahead, please.
I would say something that I bought that I was so impressed with that I would happily buy again. I would say my Grand Power Strybog. It's
What's that? Is that a motorcycle?
People can Google it. No, it's a submachine gun.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. You have that kind of firepower?
I got a.
We're talking about Gaston County, bro.
I might have one.
Yeah.
I got one gun. That's it.
I'm not trying to get in your business. I
Yeah.
shouldn't have asked that question.
All right, we'll keep it music related. My Warwick Corvette double buck.
Is it a bass?
Yep.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's the one I've been waiting on. I like that.
I like Warwick basses. If I were a bass player, I'd play Warwick.
Yeah.
But then again, I'm also a huge fan of Ryan Martini. I'm not sure how you pronounce his last name, and he plays Warwick. I just think they're really slick looking guitars.
They are.
Or bass players.
They feel good. They play well. All that. Yep. I would say one I would not get again is my Thunderbird. Like that thing.
Yeah, no, those things look fucking heavy.
Yeah, it's super neck heavy. Got a bunch of dive on it.
Yeah.
It's a wrestling match. And
Like
it's
they
long,
make
too.
guitars.
I would imagine it's the headstock, the way the headstock kind of does this number.
Be great for a tall dude.
Yeah.
I'm not that tall.
Completely random. Where do you play your bass at? Like, do you play like up here or kind of more towards the crotch area?
In the middle.
In the middle? Okay.
In the middle, but kind of high for being a rock bassist.
Okay.
I don't do the whole, fieldy, strap so low, shit's like clicking off my ankles.
Right.
I still want to play the thing. I just don't want to look cool all
Right.
the time. Yeah, I played a little high,
Yeah.
I'd say.
What about you? What's your...
Well, I would say purchased 12 string. It was like to be thing.
Nice.
They don't sell them at. It's Canadian made.
Yeah.
Solid wood acoustic guitar. They don't sell them in Tallahassee very often. Walked into the Guitar Center, and as you walk in the little door, for those no guitar, there's like a door goes into the acoustic room. Usually all the guitars are laying here. On the back wall is usually the ukuleles, banjos, and mandolins. The guitar was like dead center.
Nice. The
And
person
the price was right.
Oh.
Because on Reverb, this guitar with problems is going for $1,100.
Yeah.
I got it for like $650.
And it was mint.
Huh? Oh yeah. It's mahogany. And it's like So if I had to, I already own one Larrabee, so yeah, I would buy another one for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah.
I also play guitar, and I have almost exclusively been playing acoustic for the last couple of years, and so I love the sound of an acoustic guitar, and I especially love the sound of a 12-string guitar. That said, don't fucking ask me to play one.
I didn't bring it, so I had that way you don't fall in love with it.
Yeah. I also had a recent purchase.
Good job.
Thank you. English and words and shit. I purchased an interface about this project that I am in slow process of getting into. I'm recording my own music. I'm recording stuff that I played in past bands. There are some videos of some of my stuff, but the quality is terrible. It is piss poor quality.
Right.
And I want to do the music justice, right? And so I'm recording everything at home. I got an audio interface. It just came in today.
Awesome.
Like an hour before we were supposed to come here. And Shannon was like, so are you going to play with your toy or are you going to go to the podcast? I was like, we're going to go to the podcast.
You'd be so fired if you're like, hey, I'm at home playing with some bullshit I just got in the mail. I'm like, that'll be there
when I got home.
That's
yep.
right.
My electric guitar, I have an S series. It's in the shop right now. It should be back in any fucking day now. And I am just, I've been planning on this for a while. I've been thinking about this for years. And so now that I have the audio interface, things are about to get in the process. I'm just so goddamn excited about it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Very cool.
I have one you could have borrowed.
You have a bass second bar?
No, interface.
A guitar interface.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You got a bass second bar?
Yeah, I have 9 basses.
Do you really?
Yes.
Of course you do.
I got shit. I can't remember who makes it right now, but yeah, I got Studio One and all that shit set up on my other computer, full recording rig.
We'll have to talk.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Yeah.
I was gonna hit up. There was another Samantha question.
She must be your number one fan.
She is. She's a good one.
Yeah,
that's very cool.
she has a lot of really interesting questions. I enjoy it.
Yeah. Rob, you want to read this one?
Sure. A stylist notices a complicated hairstyle. A singer notices a talented vocalist. Which do you notice? That we're musicians.
What do you notice?
What I notice is the vocals.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the reason why I like Steam Powered Giraffe. I mean, it's just the vocals are so killer, or like Beyond the Black, or like Ginger, just to go from like up here and then just go.
Yes.
That's just incredible talent. I mean, just so incredible. So, yeah, I mean, as a guitar player, I mean, originally when I first started, I was mainly a guitar player. So I was like the 80s guy, 80s guitar players. Obviously, that's when I was, 18, 19 years old, mid-80s, early 80s. And, chasing that Eddie Van Halen and all that kind of stuff like that. But once I ended up having to sing and, asked to sing for years, like, oh, you got a great voice. Oh, no, because generally singers don't like their voices. We hate them.
Yep.
We just hear recorders like, oh, that's horrible. Because we have this perception of what we hear. And but then after I had to become a vocalist, I just realized, wow, that's pretty cool. So I really look at vocalists now, and I like the whole idea that I know that maybe I'm different, but I like when a vocalist can change up their stuff. Because there's a lot of great singers out there, and but if you sound like this, like all the time, and it's okay. I mean, Paul Rogers with Bad Company and stuff like that. It's just I like Ginger and a few other ones that their voices change. So one song can sound different vocally than the other song because they've changed it. And I respect that. How can you go? And in some ways, that's kind of me. When I do my own stuff, it's kind of the Gene voice. But 1 minute you're singing Paul Rogers and you're closer to a Paul Rogers voice. Next minute you're doing a lover boy, so you're closer to a lover boy voice, and that's what I like. And that may be the thing that I excel at, and probably my downfall.
I think Tatiana Shamaluk is a very good example of that.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, she does the screams, and she is very proficient at it and has an amazing voice. But her clean stuff, she doesn't have just one style of clean vocals. She has a couple styles.
And the bass playing in that band is incredible.
Yes.
Oh my goodness, the bass player.
Yes.
Band is, because the funny thing about that band, they're metal, but they also have a sense of jazzness.
It's like a jazz fusion metal.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. I absolutely hear that in their music. Now, is it easy listening jazz? No.
Well, it is to me.
It's not exactly easy listening. I mean, in the traditional sense. But I hear you. There's like a jazz, and it's just kind of sprinkled in there. It's not like
No.
What band is this again?
Ginger.
Oh, Ginger.
The name of the vocalist. Her name is Tatiana Shamaluk.
They're from the
Ukraine.
They're from the Ukraine.
Yeah, they're Ukrainian.
Yeah, the Ukrainian.
Yep, never heard them.
My goodness.
What? All right, so you like a band
12-Foot Ninja.
12-Foot Ninja, right? We both have a mutual love of that. So if you like 12-Foot Ninja, you'll probably also like. You know how 12-Foot Ninja kind of mixes it up a little bit. Ginger does that a little bit too. They're kind of genty, right? And they have the clean vocals, but they also have a lot of that raw, going on. And there's like a sprinkle of jazz or like a sprinkle of reggae in there from time to time. It's really good shit.
It's a really good band to listen to because her vocals at times are operatic.
Yes, her that was.
So there's operatic. Yes. She has an operatic clean, and then she has a clean that would be more like. I hate to compare this to, but maybe a Taylor Swift is this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. It's a very feminine.
But it goes from that
voice.
really operatic to more of that. And almost a popish vocal. She got more
I'll take that.
a
Sure.
popish vocal. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm really impressed by vocalist.
Oh yeah, that was the question.
Yeah.
Which
yeah. I know. Yeah.
kind of went on a bit of a rant there. All of us.
Well, they're getting educated.
Yes.
So those that are not Ginger or Jen or how they pronounce it,
Ginger.
check it out.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
You ever talk to non-musicians about listening to music? Like I focus on the bass. You know what I mean? I always hear the bass in the music, and if it's trash, I just shut it off. But yeah, some people can't pick that shit out. It's weird.
You know, I'm choosing my words very carefully here. We as musicians are very lucky, I want to say, because we hear the nuances and we hear the tones and the timing and the bass tone and the little slides they do or whatever it is. We hear all the little nuances and idiosyncrasies of music because we're musicians, and whenever we're playing, we're trying to put out that ourselves. Whereas I can't help but to wonder if non-musicians hear the same stuff that we were hearing, or if they're just hearing it at face value
As one big blanket.
as one just big blanket. Exactly.
Well, that'd be a good question to ask out there. Ask the people out there in the cyberland.
Yeah.
How do you hear music?
And
chat.
I almost said gifted. I think that is a little harsh to the point. But I would say that we're certainly lucky that we're able to pick that stuff up.
More focused.
More focused,
Which
absolutely.
which I think was kind of the point of some of Samantha's question. Like,
Yeah.
This is a common hairstyle.
No, wouldn't have fucking noticed. My brother, and
Yeah, he'll notice that, right?
he probably would have noticed.
Yeah.
That hairstyle's not working for that person,
Yeah.
and I would.
Yeah. Also, being a motorcycle guy, I notice shit.
Exactly.
They'll send me pictures of motorcycles. Hey, what about this one? Is this a good one to buy? And I'll just be like, no, it's been dropped. And you're
Right,
like, how
'cause
do
you see
know
the
just
little-
from-
Right.
And I'm like, oh, look, the clutch lever's bent. There's a scrape right here. Yeah, it's been dropped over here. Okay.
Damn. Yep.
Just shit to look for.
That's
I think,
exactly
yeah.
what I'm talking about. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. My turn for a question?
Yeah, it is.
Okay, here you go.
All right, what do we got?
But I would also iterate that maybe it's a downfall being a musician because we hear all the nuances and we don't get a chance to hear the heartbeat of it.
That's a really good point. So what you're saying is because we are dissecting it, we're not able to take a step back and just fucking enjoy it. That's interesting.
Yeah, there's that too.
Yeah, that's really interesting.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Oh, there we go.
Oof, boy, I could have went horribly terrible.
No.
All right, this is for everybody at the table, but not all at once.
Okay.
If you could only eat one meal every day for the rest of your life, Gene, what would it be?
Well, since I have a lot of dietary issues, I pretty much eat the same meal every day anyway. So it's usually grass-fed beef, either ribeye or New York strip, with cauliflower, onions, and mushrooms. And I virtually eat that every day. So I do eat the same meal every day, every single day. Because I'm allergic to everything else, so.
Damn.
See, and I'm allergic to beef.
Oh yeah, that's right.
But
You
I'm
picked
good-
that shit
but
up.
I'm good. Yeah, but I'm
from
good
your,
with everything
your
else.
tick.
Yeah, I'll trade you for a day. You like
No
chicken?
fucking
Oh
thank you.
no, I'm not a big chicken fan. Eggs. Last time I ate eggs, I almost died. So
Ugh.
yeah.
Fuck,
So,
don't do that.
that sucked. Okay.
So I am a huge sandwich guy. I love sandwich. If it will go between two pieces, I will fuck it up. So I see where you're going. That's not this show.
Okay.
That's not this show.
Okay.
All right. Thank you. But I'm sure it is a show somewhere, but not this show. So mine would have to be Philly cheesesteaks. Philly cheesesteak
that's a good
sandwiches.
call.
That
yeah.
would be a good call.
Yeah. I mean, it's meat and cheese and all the bullshit that you
Onions.
really onions. Yeah, that's
Bell
my jam.
peppers.
It's all the bullshit that you really should not be eating every day. But I mean, if you're gonna hold a gun to my head and say you've got one choice, hey, easy.
And we'll throw a little caveat in there that has no effect on you.
It has no effect. Oh, it has no effect on me too. You mean I don't have to get fatter eating it? Yeah,
Right.
man. Yes, please and thank you.
Because see, mine, I would say a Hardee's Monster Burger.
Okay.
If I eat one now, I'm fucked.
Yeah.
But
But if it had no effect
yeah,
on
if
you,
I had a wish, they're like, you can have one food. I'm gonna chew the.
I hate it. I really do.
Yeah.
Like I'm actually genuinely bummed out for you.
Well, I can't have the
Well, I
hamburger
appreciate
either because
that.
it's not grass fed and it's bread.
Well, he can't eat beef at all.
Right, but I can only eat grass fed.
Right,
Because
yeah.
if I eat grain fed beef, I get sick.
Yeah.
So yeah, but
Don't mean to put your shit out there. Sorry.
Oh, you're shit.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not a secret. But yeah, I would do a Hardee's Monster Burger.
Damn right.
bacon.
They don't even put vegetables on that fucking thing. Mayonnaise is a vegetable.
Mayonnaise is a vegetable.
Bacon is a vegetable. I like that one. That was a good one.
Yeah.
Can't get back in there here. Let's do this.
Can we read Tammy's
Yes.
comment, please?
Booyah.
So this is what I was talking about earlier. The retrograde, trial by stone, thunder the snake, defy the tyrant, satin,
Who we have yet to have on here.
We also have fetish on here.
internet girlfriend. Everybody likes a good internet girlfriend.
Yeah, I have one of those.
I am one of those. Wait, what?
Oh, are you an e-girl? Anyhow, false shades, mutual friends, the fetish, the sparrow's curly Q, and this dying breed, December 9th, 5 p.m. Tickets, $10.
Or tickets, 2 tickets free here when you guys log into the correct show. I got to figure out what I'm going to do. I think it might be like a hashtag type thing again.
Okay.
I like those.
We should do a thing where instead of doing it in the show, we should do it like off the show. Yeah, because we are off the record, so let's do it off the show.
Yeah, and then we would have to. I would just have to input everybody's names into a internet wheel,
Yeah.
and then we'll spin it on the show.
Yeah. Hey, there you go. I'm picking up where you're putting down.
Yeah. Tammy also says ticket purchase supports Performing Arts Collective of Tallahassee. It's at the pay for girls.
Yes.
And she says bass definitely stands me now listening to Jeremy play. Oh, do I have an awe button?
I have not heard it all come from your.
Well, just have to do it all ourselves.
We'll just go with yes. Perfect.
That's more of a that's what she said.
Flawless victory.
Hey, there you go.
Right.
Fatality. All right.
Yeah. Well, what do you think? Oh shit! You know what I never did was load up the other intro for an outro. I gotta do that. You guys read another question while I do that real quick.
Okay. Da-da-da. If you could meet a historical figure, who would you choose and why?
Ooh. I know the answer, but I can't say that one. Because that's controversial. I don't know. Well, who you got?
Man, I don't know. I have two, but
Let's hear them.
one would be Adam and just slapping for eating that freaking apple.
Ah,
But historical figure. That would be just hard to figure out because it'd be cool to meet any of them. And obviously, it'd have to be somebody who was dead. Because I've done met so many people already.
they don't have to be dead. Historical. There are a few people, I'm sure, of our time that have made a historical impact.
Wow.
There are a few NFL players that have set records and shit. And that's
Yeah. I would. I don't know. I would, obviously the cliche thing would be Hendrix or some crap like that.
Okay.
That's cliche, though. I don't, because I'm not a fanboy type person, so I would probably like to meet Albert Einstein and pick his brain.
okay.
That's what I'd like to do.
Damn.
That's a good one.
Had you gone with Hendrix, I would have accepted that. But okay.
But Hendrix, we talked about gear and guitars and stuff like that. Einstein, we'd have talked about theory and mental stuff. I really love researching.
Yeah.
So that would be my deal. Would be really getting into his head and just, find it. Just because he was so smart and just kind of like figure, go with that stuff. So. I was a straight A student in school, so being a musician.
I sure as fuck wasn't.
No, not in the 9 years that I went.
Nope. in all 9 years. In all 9 years.
I'm sorry, 10 years because I did second grade twice.
All 10 years.
That's right.
So who would you like to meet? Either one of you.
Go ahead, Rob.
Fuck, I don't know. That's probably the best question that's been.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That we've had from that lot so far. I mean, there are so many people that come to mind. A couple of them I don't really want to say for my own personal interest, which is what's making it hard. Yeah, that was my next thought was sports, but I mean, historical sports figures. Walter Payton.
Yeah, it'd be cool.
But I don't really know him, so I don't know what we talk about. I mean, whenever I say I don't know him, I mean I don't know what his personality was like. I've never watched an interview with him,
right,
or anything. So I mean,
well, I know he did a lot of humanitarian things.
He did
the Walt Payton Awards for excellence and stuff like that. So,
yes.
So I know he did a lot of good things with his money and with his status.
All right, I am going to throw out my true and honest answer. I'm not giving any explanation. Okay.
We're talking about the president. LBJ,
Yep.
Right? I could see that. I would have some questions for him.
Yep.
Yeah, I
to not keep it to not discuss politics. Just leaving it at
no. I could, but there was a lot of things he did that I would not politically that I'd want to know. Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, shit. In that case, I'll pick Chris. What did she say to Tyson like that? Just
Yeah.
Oh, that's fucked up.
Because she was saying something.
Right.
What kind of shit was she talking?
What did she say, man?
Yeah.
Damn.
Right? Like, what was that? What happened?
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
Get there.
that.
And that's funny because guy pulled up a motorcycle the other night at the gas station. He was playing one of those songs.
Isn't Chris Brown is that a sports ball
She's
person?
a rapper.
He's a rapper.
Rapper.
Yeah.
Oh, what does he rap?
Well, it wasn't rap because he was doing "This is how we do it."
No. That's
He didn't do that one.
No.
That was, I know which one you're talking about.
I can't think of.
We played with a boy group first.
I know that artist. I can't think of his name though.
Oh yeah, I know. I know which one. Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Yes, that's all I know.
Yeah. I mean, his music was.
Oh, he did. Wasn't it the one that was like my prerogative? Isn't that Chris Brown? Oh, that was Bobby Brown. Okay, now Chris Brown. No.
I don't know.
Maybe you can just say Ike Turner.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Ike.
I
Yeah.
suppose so. Like, what the fuck brought you to that point? I don't know. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about half the time.
That's all I've got to say about that.
Yeah. Actual historical figure. It's pretty tough. Werner von Braun.
Say what?
Werner von Braun. The father of modern rocketry.
Okay.
Ex-Nazi. Taken in by the U.S. program. No, nothing?
Nope.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. He'd be a cool one to meet.
Well, of course you do.
Elon Musk.
Your dad's a fucking rocket scientist. Yeah, no shit.
Yeah, I could pick Elon's brain.
I'd like to meet Elon Musk.
Elon? Yeah.
I would just sneak up behind him and see if he actually is an android. Like open up that little panel on the back of his neck. Like, are you
Called it.
see the little guy operating the levers?
Like Men in Black.
Yeah. Yeah, I love well shit. I like meeting people in general, but yeah, that'd be a good one. Werner von Braun.
There is one musician that I would love to meet, just to have a conversation with him. We don't even have to talk about music. Dave Grohl. Like we don't even have to talk shop. Like he seemed like a really cool guy.
Right.
So I'd like to.
Yeah.
I bet he was.
He was a really cool dude. Alice Cooper, Twisted Sister.
Yeah.
And I met one of the Ramones.
Okay.
Yep. Got a drumstick by him.
Hell yeah.
So that's the problem is I've met so many people. So
Yeah, Dee Snider. I'd like to meet Dee Snider, but I think we went over that with the whole piggyback thing. Giving me a piggyback ride.
Yeah. Jeremy has a love affair with Dee Snider.
Yeah,
he's a really cool dude. He is a really cool dude.
I'm a big Twisted Sister fan.
Yeah, I was too. So I got a chance to meet. I met the whole band.
Yeah.
So that was pretty cool. Yeah.
Mark the Animal Mendoza.
Yep.
JJ French.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
Yep. That was really cool to meet all those guys.
That's what's up. Bruce Dickinson.
That'd be cool, guy.
I'd like to meet him. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to meet
Meet
Bruce.
him.
Which I may eventually.
Iggy Pop. Iggy
Oh, that would be one to really.
Henry Rollins. That'd be an interesting guy to hang out with.
Yeah, he would be interested to hang out with.
Yeah.
Yeah. Trying to think of who else I meet that was. Of course, I'm fixing. I got I'm going to have a chance to meet the lead singer for. Is it Testament? Yeah.
No.
Oh, met Corey Taylor.
Mm.
He was pretty cool.
Damn! I can see his face.
Yeah. So.
I'm drawn. Their drummer was Gene Hoglan for a bit.
So yeah, but I got to meet Corey Taylor. Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Met the lead singer for Ice Nine Kills.
Okay.
Pretty cool dude. I would say probably the coolest singer that would be kind of cheesy, and everybody would think it would be kind of like really cheesy. But I got to meet and talk to for a little while. Oh God, what was his name? He was a Michael Jackson clone. Oh man, what's his name? With the child abuse thing coming up. Okay, he was one of the Frog Brothers and Lost Boys. Oh man, what's his name? He does the Michael Jackson dancing and everything. He was in Friday 13th, one of the Friday 13th movies. Not Corey.
Fieldman.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So it was pretty cool. I mean, but be somebody that I would think that I'm not really much into. Is like, but yeah, we kind of talked shop about music. The sound production that day was very bad, so we talking about the sound and everything else. Yeah. Yeah, one of the other chords is not live. Yeah. So this is the one that was hung out with Michael Jackson and stuff. But he was
I think it was Corey Feldman.
Corey Feldman.
I
Yeah,
think his
pretty
his
cool to
name.
hang out. Plus, got to hang out with the saxophone player from Lost Boys.
Okay.
The shirtless guy?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hell yeah, we are at 1.5 hours. How you feeling over there, Gene?
Hey, I'm cool, man. It's,
Good. How you doing, Rob?
Fucking great, man. How are you?
Doing well.
Awesome.
I'm gonna reload. You guys don't have to wait on me.
Oh, well,
I was gonna say, grab another card there, Rob.
yeah. Grab another card. dude.
Hey, you brought a guitar over
I
there.
did bring an acoustic.
Did you?
yeah, I
Yes,
did.
let's do that. Far better idea.
So let me break that out.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I will play Battle Within. It's 2 minutes.
Well, I'm gonna sing that one actually.
Okay, then I won't play that one.
Yeah.
And I'll have the other one loaded up. Right. Hopefully this works.
Hopefully it does. I get accused of being really loud, so.
That'll be fine. I can.
But the guitar is pretty loud too, so.
I can check the other one here.
Oops, not in tune. Okay. This is a song called Training. Oh, another audition story as I go. They won't do everything in C, right?
Yep.
In D standard.
D standard, nice.
So I get there and they're like, "Oh, we decided we're gonna go to C."
Oh my god.
And I have a Floyd Rose guitar that's like, okay, this is not gonna happen.
Right.
Huh?
Gotta turn her on the thing. That's cool.
Yeah. Yeah, so this song I wrote, because I question a lot of things, so, and it's more catchier than some of the other songs. You getting it? Oh, okay, I'm
Yeah.
probably really loud.
No, you're fine.
Once I start singing, it's gonna be really loud, so it's like. I used to be happy. Oh, never. Wrong song. Okay. I used to be happy. Used to be sad. I was angry at the feelings I had. Now I'm empty. Feeling dead inside. All these questions. Where do they hide? In the outskirts of my mind. Their answers some of the time. I'm on the back road. There's plenty of room. I'm on the front row. There's plenty of room. I'm in the darkness. Trying to be the light. I'm in battle. Trying to win the fight. In the outskirts of my mind. Their answers some of the time. I'm in a battle. In my mind where I'm fighting. All the time I'm so tired. About to give in. It's a battle. I know I must win. In the outskirts of my mind. Their answers of the time I used to be happy. I used to be sad, I was angry. The feelings I had, now I'm empty. Feeling dead inside, all these questions. Where do they hide all the answers? Where do they hide all my questions? Where do they hide?
Yes. Hell yeah.
Very nice. Very nice. Very nice.
don't know. I think that's about the best closer we could come up with.
Yep. Yep.
I think that'll do it.
I think that'll do it.
Thank you, Gene.
Yeah, no
Gene,
problem,
thanks
man.
for coming out, man.
Appreciate it.
Really
Yeah.
appreciate it.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Awesome.
We'll do this again. Before we go, real quick, you got anything coming up?
Yeah, I got a
Shout
couple
out?
things. Well, of course, my next gig's in Valdosta, so in case you're in Georgia, I will be at the Mediterranean restaurant.
Nice.
You know, we'll be playing Mediterranean music, but
Right.
you know, then there's a thing here in Havana, Saturday at the Woodland Farms. I'll send you guys a thing of it. But there's a wedding venue here in town, and they're gonna have me out there at 5:00. They're going to have a guy named, God, I hate messing his name. Last name is Randolph. He's another acoustic guitar player. And then Anna Wilcoats is going to be the last act. So it's kind of a freebie, kind of a community thing. And come out. There are going to be a lot of food trucks. I'll have some T-shirts for sale. Tip bucket, of course, you know.
Hell yeah.
And then I'm trying to think, the nearest thing here in Tallahassee for me will be, October the 20th, I will be at Smitty's Tap Room.
Okay.
And then the 21st, I'll be at my debut at Fish Camp.
Awesome.
I'm going to be coming up too, but, you know.
Love you, man, but I'm not driving to Ocala.
Yeah, I wouldn't either, actually. The only good thing
crowd,
about
listen up. Go there.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Awesome.
Great. Gonna hit this outro.
Gene, thanks again for coming on.
Yeah, no problem, man. It's good.
Want to count us out, Rob?
Yep. 1,